Well, everybody, welcome back. I'm Deez. This is my workshop. And today, maybe I have a little bit of a problem. We all need workshop raw materials. With the current situation in the world, let's say, this channel is not about politics. But one thing that is a little bit alarming to me is the potential cost increases for raw materials for this hobby and just life in general. I thought, I'm going to go ahead and stock up on some steel and plastics and other raw materials for project making, because life might get a little bit too expensive to do anything but really kind of hang out in the shop for a while, or just the cost of materials. It's very possible they're going to go up in price. So I decided I'm going to buy and stock up on some raw materials. Again, I used Onlinemetals. I bought some proto boxes. The shipping will kill you, by the way. It's expensive to ship this stuff. If you live near one of their facilities, you can pick the stuff up, save a ton on shipping, and they're quite the bargain, really, for the hobbyist and having small stock in the shop. These proto boxes are random materials based off of weight, but you do get to pick the type of product, the type of material that you're looking for, whether it's steel, aluminum, plastic, brass. You pick whatever you want, stainless steel. So I bought a bunch of stuff just to stock up the shop, just so I have it, so I can keep making videos and keep making projects and keep producing content for everybody. Let's go through it together, because why not? Let's share what we got in the shop, and I'm excited to see just kind of what variety of stuff I got. I hope it's good. Sometimes it's hit and miss, but usually you get some good gems in here that make the cost of these proto boxes a real value for the money, even with the shipping. Let's get this thing cut open. Let's see what we got. This is box 1 of 5. There we go. Okay, so this one, I ordered just a variety. I ordered plastic, steel, carbon steel, I think stainless, I don't remember. We're gonna find out though. This is probably carbon steel. What did we get? Packing. Now keep in mind, steel's obviously a lot heavier than aluminum or plastic. So you're gonna get more because it's sold by weight. So you're gonna get more plastics than you would steel. But I don't have a good selection of some steels, so I decided I'm gonna go ahead and get some of that too. But the cost of it is very cheap. So here's what we have. We got some tubing. That'd be great for turning different projects. Let's move this over here. And you saw what was in the box there. Here's some solid stock. This is probably 3/4. We have, this one's nice. Check that out. Nice big piece of stock here. Doesn't look like A36. It's carbon steel of some sort, but that's a nice chunk of steel for different projects. Just a little cut off. Like I said, they're just random cut-offs that they have laying around. They just include them, throw them in a box by weight, and they try to give you a variety. We got some steel tubing. This will be pretty nice. Again, you get a nice variety of things. Got a couple of these, if you didn't see that. What else? Here's some more steel tubing. Nice piece of flat stock, not too thick, probably 1/8, I'm guessing. Here's a real nice piece, same thickness, but much wider. We'll be able to use that. And another piece. A little bit thicker bar stock, that'll be useful. This is, sometimes it has a sticker on it, tells you what it is. I don't know what type of metal it is. I'll mess with that later and see if we can figure that out. Some more tubing. I think red is hot rolled. It's let's see, alloy steel tube, 4130. But nice thick walled stuff for different projects there. Some more tubing again. Again, this is A513 type round tube. Some square tubing, just like this larger one. Some more round tube. Some more of the square tube. Just varying diameters. Like I said, you get all kinds of different wild stuff. And all of this is going to be useful here. Quite a bit of that stuff. Some more tubing there. What else? And finally, more tubing. A lot of tubing in this particular lot, but that's okay. And this one here, this is a nice chunk. So something like this is going to come in real handy. If you notice, or from my previous videos, so this is A36 carbon steel rectangle. Now, fortunately for me, I can get A36 carbon steel from a local supplier. It's not the cheapest, but it's also, I don't have to pay shipping. If they got it in their warehouse where they're cutting things up, they'll sell it to me. So I could probably get a lot of this kind of stuff local. But this is a nice solid chunk of steel that I will be able to use for different things. I made a vise before, and I was looking for a solid chunk of steel that was much wider. But this gives me some options for that kind of stuff. So there is the steel lot. This is 20 pounds of steel. This is what I got with that particular lot. All right, next box. I'm using gloves because this stuff is dirty, especially the steel. Filthy, filthy dirty. So this is, they actually have 3 locations in the US. This was shipped out of Ohio. I think there's one in Texas, and forget where the other one was, but I think I got a shipment from every one of those places. But here's the next box. What's in this one? This one looks like, I'm not sure. This one might be stainless. Okay, so this is the stainless package. Let's see what we got in there. It's a nice hefty set of stainless. Packaged it really well. And if you're all curious, I have no affiliation with these folks. I bought this with my own money. I just like the idea of getting some random stuff. You know, I don't always know what kind of project I'm working on, so just having a variety in the shop ready to go really helps me kind of work with what I'm doing in the process. Here's some stainless steel tubing. Here's a stainless steel bar stock. Here's a chunk of bar stock. Here's some square tubing. There we go. Yeah, this is just square tubing. Stainless rectangle tube, 304. Okay, here's some more tubing here. So here's some more of that rectangular stainless tubing. Here's a nice chunk of solid 3/4 stainless. Here's a stainless steel tube. All right, nice selection, variety anyway, of stainless material. Here's some L channel, some L material. Nice big square tube with a bunch of pieces in there. So real nice, not terribly thick-walled. It does have a little bow and it's not perfectly square, but that's some nice stainless in case I, you know, who knows what kind of project I'm working. That's the whole point. I don't know what kind of project I'm going to be working on. And having a variety gives me some creativity. More tubing, more L, some thicker L bracket stuff. Angle, I guess I call it L. Angle iron. There's some more tubing, a lot of tubing. Here's a piece of rod, thinner piece of rod. Okay, we're getting some solid stuff here. A lot of tubing this time. We'll see what the aluminum and brass shows up. Hopefully there's some more solid stuff. But it is nice to have tubing too. You don't have to bore this stuff out if it happens to be the right thickness you're looking for. All right, and finally some steel rectangle bars, some real nice flat stainless steel product here. You never know what you want to make, and you might want to put it outside. This stuff here should help resist any of corrosion and rusting and all of that. At least slow it down. And a real nice flat, larger piece here. Lots of cool future projects will be made with this stuff. This is the third box, but of the shipment that I got from Ohio, this is box 2 of 3. 3 of the boxes came from Ohio. Let's see what this one has to offer. Okay, got that. So here's the brass, about the same size of a package as the stainless would be. That's to be expected. Let's get this open and see what we got with the brass. In the past, I've been really fortunate with what's been supplied with the brass proto boxes. Really, really good variety. I've even got some like bronze and bearing type material. So, all right. Get this opened up. If you're curious, they also have really fast shipping. All right, I think that will. Here's the brass that we got. First off, this is a really nice solid chunk of brass bar. Again, a lot of tubing. Here's some brass tube. Here's some solid, more solid bar, but it's square stock. Here's some solid brass rod. This is good if you do handle making. These are good for pins on the handles, things like that. Some more square stock. Solid round bar. Some hex. Hex is really nice if you're wanting to make some sort of a nut or a decorative nut or bolt or some sort of fastener. It's really cool to have that stuff pre-made with the hex. This is brass, extruded brass round bar. There's another nice solid chunk of square stock. With the mill, I'm really happy to get a lot of square stock, because with the mill, that's where you can use a lot of that material. Here's a really nice piece of solid round bar. Some more. There's a lot of solid stuff in here. That's nice to see. Another nice piece of square stock. This is pretty good brass lot that they sent. Not unhappy with that. Oh, check that out. I thought this was a solid piece, but a lot of angle iron, angle channel. You could make some decorative corners for things on that. This is pretty cool to have. Nice selection. And they didn't just send one. They could have just thrown one in there. They just sent a whole stack of these things. There's 6 of them here. It's pretty cool. Another really nice piece of flat stock, rectangle. A really large piece of tube. And stuff out of here. Some more of that angle. I'm actually pretty happy to have this. I can already start thinking of some projects with this. 6 more pieces of this stuff. It's pretty cool. And finally, 2 more pieces of flat square stock, rectangle stock. So that is the brass lot that we got. A lot of good variety there. Box number 3. And let's see what we got in here. I have a feeling I know what this is, but let's check it out. Yep, that there is aluminum. There's our aluminum. Let's tear into this and see what we got. This is pretty heavy. I'm already hopeful that there's a lot of solid stock in here for aluminum. I've already got a lot of tubing and things like that. So if this has a lot of solid round bar and stuff, I'm gonna be quite happy with that. Let's unpack it, see just what we got. All right, there we go. Nice piece, solid round bar, real nice thick. I bet that's inch and a quarter. I don't think, it could be 1.5 inches. Let's just check it out. Oh yeah, that's 1.5 inches round bar. There's another 1.5 inches round bar, aluminum. Oh, there we go. That 1.75 inches maybe? Yeah, 1.75 inches round bar, aluminum. It's pretty good material already right off the top. Now we're back to some tubing. Angle material again. I have found good uses for that stuff though. There's a solid piece, probably 3/4. I don't think it's half. It could be half. No, 625 thou. So that's 5/8. Some square tubing. There's some solid aluminum material. Round bar. Some more square tubing. A lot of small round bar. Yeah, just a lot of aluminum rod. Small diameter stuff. There's a nice piece of flat bar. There's some U-channel. That could be handy. It looks like 1/4 inch thick walled stuff. There we go. Another really nice. There's a lot of solid, large diameter round bar stuff here. I'm pretty happy with this. It's a good lot. Again, it had to pay for it, but they did send some decent stuff, some more angle. Oh, check that out. Square bar. Look at that. That's a solid chunk of square aluminum. Definitely will be used for something. You know, you can actually profile some really cool projects with this really thick stuff. You're able to shape it in the mill, turn out some parts from the lathe and attach it to it. You really make something. This is probably 2 inch. It's 2 inch square. That's a really big, hefty chunk of aluminum. And finally, a really nice piece of flat flat bar. It's rounded on the edges. I'm not sure what. So if you're still sticking with me and watching all this, you can see this is that real nice piece of aluminum flat stock. It's probably 6-8 inches wide. But what would they call this, and what would it be used for with the bull nose, or the round nose on the edges of that? It's interesting. Pretty cool piece to have, though. Really happy with this aluminum lot. Last but not least, we have, I'm gonna call it, it's gotta be our plastics, because I ordered that. And it hasn't popped up yet. Let's open this box. And that's plastics. That's a lot of it. Okay, let's open this up. A lot of plastics. You know, these kinds of things are good for prototyping. If you're making something and you want to test it all out and then move on, before you move on to aluminum or steel or brass, it costs more money. Or like knife handles, things like that. This stuff's pretty cool. And it's super easy to work with. Good for bushings and things. I just fixed my lawnmower. Steering wheel was real sloppy. I made a bushing for that. This stuff's really handy. So let's see what kind of variety we got. I hope it's a really nice variety of different thicknesses that I don't already have and able to use for who knows what. Get some of this top stuff out of here. This looks like to be a fiberglass board of some sort. I've got some more of that material. It's thinner, but this is definitely some sort of fiber board, probably fiberglass. Pretty tough stuff, but you gotta be careful cutting this. You don't want to breathe that stuff in. It's not like dangerous. You just don't want to breathe this stuff in. There's a really interesting piece of, pretty hard plastic. Almond color. Nice thickness, 1/2 inch probably. Here's some pretty cool plexi sheets that are translucent so you can see through them. Nice brown color. That'll be pretty cool to have. You can make like a window for something or a decorative piece. Several pieces of round material. They're not tubes. Nylon, different colors. There's brown, there's black. There's probably different material that this is made of. This is acetal. It's probably mostly acetal. This one doesn't say. But nice round stock for that. There's a nice piece of kind of probably like cutting board material or nylon, not sure, but square stock. This stuff really comes in handier than you might think for different things that you're working on. Some more round material. Again, this is interesting almond colored stuff. It's that's what it is. Good variety though. All right, here's the other half of that piece that's kind of broke off. And here's some more of that almond colored material. A lot of flat stock in this thing. This is Ultem 1000 sheet black Duratron.
more of that same. I think it's all the same stuff, just different colors. There's a thick piece of that clear stuff. Amber plastic sheet. So, lots of that. And here's a really nice, larger 3/4 inch plastic sheet. These are very large sheets. I should be able to come up with something to use those for, that's for sure. Let's see what we got. This here is HDPE, high density polyethylene, probably, marine board, white. 1 inch thick. That's a very large piece. That's a nice piece to have. This could be a base for different projects, all kinds of stuff. That's a really big piece. They sent, here's a piece of plastic sheet, polypropylene. This could be a shield or a guard. I've been wanting to make something for the mill for the chip control. I might be able to use this for that. We have another piece of plate here, a little thicker. See if I can't free that up. Another HDPE natural plate. Get it out of there. Yeah, there we go. Real nice piece. Looks to be probably 1/2 inch wide. Guessing. There's another piece, PVC sheet, a little thinner, kind of like it's opaque, right? It's PVC material, but a nice large sheet of that. What's this? This might be it. This is another square sheet. It almost looks like, feels like a fiberglass material. Almost feels like glass itself, but I don't think it is. You can see the grains in here. It's got to be. I'm sure this is a plastic. You can see the way that it's cut, but that could be another shield material. Looks to be pretty hard and stable. But let's get this plastic out of the way. Okay, that is the end of the lots that we bought. We got all kinds of various material. These here are some really nice sheets for different projects. This is really thick stuff. All of this stuff is really good to have as a variety for who knows what kind of project you might be working on. You can either cut this out or you got a really nice base for something. You can make a shield to keep chip control off of the milling machine, just all kinds of stuff. We've got these flat stock. We got a really nice large chunk of nylon, another large piece of flat rectangular stock, some amber, some fiberglass board of some sort, plastics, a lot of round bar, and another nice variety to add to my collection. I don't really need any more material for a while. This is going to set me up to make virtually any project I want. I'm thinking about working on another model engine, a real basic design of some sort, trying to decide on which direction I want to go. But a lot of this stuff, the brass, the aluminum, the steel, a lot of that's going to come in handy for when I get started with that. Just having the variety of materials.
Well, now that we have all this new stock that we unboxed, we really need to organize it and put it where it belongs so that when I'm looking for a particular piece of metal or plastic or whatever I'm working on, it's all together and I can kind of visualize what I'm working on and grab it. So let's kind of go through this. I organized this not terribly long ago, so I think I'm going to leave most of it how it is. I may actually relocate all the plastics and use more storage for aluminum or brass or steel down here, because I do have stainless as well. See if I can organize this and make it make a little more sense, and I'm going to get you down here a little closer so you can actually see what I'm doing. everybody, that took a lot longer than I thought it would, but we went through all of the stock that we have. We kind of reorganized it, and now we have everything where it needs to be for that next project. Let's do a quick recap here. We've got several probably 12-inch by 12-inch sheets. There's a nice 1/4-inch thick kind of a fibery board, kind of hard. This is a PVC, thinner material, but plastic. Some nylon board, acetol probably, kind of a plexi clear piece, and then also a 1-inch piece of like nylon cutting board. Could be acetol, HDPE, that's what it is. We've organized all of our stock again. We have our plastics, round stock and square material on top. We have our 12L14 tucked away on the middle shelf. The round tubing and round brass stock is on the second shelf there. The square stock, angle stock, brass is on the bottom, and stainless steel is tucked away on the back half of the bottom shelf. Couple 2-foot lengths, actually they're 3-foot I believe, of A36 round bar down there. We got lots of aluminum. As you can see, all of my solid stuff, except for one tube, I couldn't get it on this other shelf. The solid stuff's on top, and we have a lot of variety of aluminum. I'm going to be doing some more aluminum projects, so might as well, because I got plenty of material. Big variety. Big, nice chunk of square, 2-inch square, solid material there. Some flat, you saw the flat stock, it's tucked away underneath. Then we have our square tubing, some angle channel, some T, just all kinds of variety, some U channel, aluminum, lots of tubing of aluminum. And then on the bottom we have our mild steel is on the back half of that. So from here back is known good mild steel, and the rest, most of this is known good source mild steel. Just smaller, shorter pieces. I thought I'd keep those separate. And then my mystery metal. All of this is from basically this area here, a forward. This is all mystery metal, things that I practiced and learned with, things that I got from my brother, stuff like this that I would just turn and mess with, scrap that I found, broken pieces of stuff. And so I kind of wanted to put that aside to itself. That's for practicing, for just random material, random projects, things like this. This was just random steel mystery metal, like I said. So that stuff's to play with, practice with, and just for projects that don't really matter. This stuff is more known source material. There's some flat stock up there. Overall, it's all organized the way that I wanted. I can quickly find what I'm looking for. We've even got a few pieces tucked away underneath on the bottom. There's some mystery rod of some sort, the silver rods. But now it's organized and we're ready to go. So there is all of my material. Oh, I do have some flat stock, flat plastics, thick stuff up here for different projects. These would be good bases. This is a really nice piece of HDPE, I believe. I just put it over here to get it out of the way. I'll find a place for the 12-inch square stock, these things. We'll get those on a shelf somewhere, but everything still fits in the 2 shelves that I have, and we are ready to go. A lot of great material ready for that next project. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.